Entry from Barry Davis.
Eric Cantona and John Barnes, the captains of the last two unbeaten teams in the Premiership. David Ellery from Harrow-on-the-Hill, the referee for a fixture which is usually more intense in its rivalry than any other, this year's Cup final apart. A check on both teams, and they might find this a bit different. Karel Poborský finds that Jordi Cruyff is on United's other flank, with Ryan Giggs on the substitutes bench. And the Norwegian, Ronny Johnsen, is in a central defensive partnership with David May, as Gary Pallister has damaged a hamstring. Patrick Berger, with 5 goals in as many appearances, is in an unchanged Liverpool side. Dominic Matteo, for whom this is also a new experience, has recovered from the knee injury which forced his departure from the England camp. But Robbie Fowler, who accompanied him then, is still troubled by ankle problems. There's a 4-point gap between the two sides. And it's a match which Eric Cantona said yesterday, Manchester United cannot afford to lose. First little bit of niggle. McAteer makes nothing of it. A free kick given against Solskjaer. James, resplendent in orange. May and Collymore underneath it, and both goalkeepers getting an early touch. Poborský pushed more forward on the right, Solskjaer here on the left. Cruyff somewhat more withdrawn on the left side. John Scales, that's a Liverpool ball, off David Beckham. Beckham's cross, cut out quite comfortably by Bjorneby. Berger denied his first touch by the attentions of Neville. May. Corner conceded by Matteo. A little bit of a misunderstanding. He's presumably, from his expression, thought that David James was going to run wide of him. This would have been a little risky. As a result, corner conceded. Poborský takes. And David James gets a hand to and needed to. Beckham, curl, but wouldn't come down. Full stretch then. Very deliberate attempt by Beckham, but never looked like coming down enough for him. Bjorneby. Manneman, Bjorneby a little reluctant, it seemed, to go up, but here's Barnes. It's now offside, but no flag. Solskjaer to chase, David James committed. Got it with his head, I think. Poborský, 3 back to cover, one of them is Matteo, it's not away yet. Solskjaer again, beaten by Thomas. And the boos are because the crowd presumably thought that James played that unfairly, but it seemed to me to come off his head and the top of his body. Solskjaer getting away. And I think he got the ball first, David James, and the referee obviously thought so as well, which is much more important. Halfway through the first half, no score. Really hasn't looked likely to be. Solskjaer and Beckham off the foot of the post. The Norwegian was sharper with the bounce, and Beckham, following up, drove it with real style. That's where the bounce favoured the Norwegian. He was a bit quicker, challenged by Matteo, and immediately Beckham dispatched the ball off wood and in. Or to be accurate, off steel and in. Really fine strike by young Beckham. It means that Alec Ferguson's side now has 3 top scorers on 5 goals this season. Number 2, Cantona and Solskjaer. Barnes. Feedback, which doesn't happen too often. McManaman. Barnes. McManaman. Good pace. And the angle was always against him. Peter Schmeichel inquires why McManaman was allowed to get even a sight of goal. Strange ball by McAteer. McAteer needing a couple of touches to get it under control. McAteer playing him into trouble again. Thomas. Bobolski. Cruyff. But Everyone reasonably dispossessed. Good strong challenge again by May. McManaman wanted it early, he's been given it early. Collymore near post, nobody on the far. Slightly fortuitous with the burger, but not for very long. Bobolski. 3-on-3, now at Liverpool's end. But the ball not true from the check for the Frenchman. Here's the other check. McManaman's the hole opened up for him. Collymore is offside. It was a reasonable ball, but one would like to see McManaman having a crack in that sort of position. Would have been the first thought on the mind of Solskjaer at the other end. 8 minutes of the first half remaining. 1-0 to Manchester United. Goal scorer, the man who intercepted then. David Beckham in the 23rd minute. This is Collymore. Berger. Björneby. McManaman has pulled away. Just didn't get hold of the ball. And it was carefully watched by Owen for Schmeichel to swoop upon. But he found a lot of space away here, but just didn't hit it cleanly at all. Across rather than forward. Owen, as cool as you like. Björneby. Thomas. McManaman. And still, this time he goes for the shot, but again didn't really strike the ball. Great excuse that time. Plenty of opponents around him. Good run. And he made the gap and then didn't strike the ball. And the referee says that's enough, and David Beckham's goal divides the teams at half-time. He comes off showing the youth in his smile. It really was an extremely good strike that gave United the lead in the 23rd minute, and they've maintained it to the break. All set for the second half. Manchester United in the lead, and the attendance at Old Trafford, a new Premiership record, 55,128. Beats the previous best of 54,984. Also here for the match against Nottingham Forest. Collymore. Contribution so far Stan Collymore has been somewhat languid. Take out Fowler and you seem to take out a lot of fizz. But now a chance for Collymore. Just couldn't get his shot away. He was crowded out by two, Neville and Johnson. But loose clearance. Thomas. Bjorneby. Offside. Both Berger and Collymore. This is the chance that Collymore had. Just missed his shot. See a physical presence of Johnson. No complaint. United cleared. Scales. Collymore down the middle. Berger just behind him. Barnes making a run left to right. McManaman. McAteer. Collymore's offside, surely, but not given. Free kick against Cruyff. Again, Mr. Ellery, spot on. Barnes, McManaman. Collymore is again offside. No flag. McManaman. John Barnes! Oh dear. Well, the last time that Liverpool won here, John Barnes scored both goals, one from the penalty spot. Little nudge in the back by Cantona on McAteer. Oh dear. That was just a badly timed tackle. Well, I didn't see anything unpleasant about that. Just trying to get a tackle in and just got it all wrong. But the referee warns him for being over-eager, overzealous. Bjorneby. Liverpool looking for a better delivery than they've had so far. Scales, twist and turn in the box, and Barnes! Knocked down, claimed and cleared. Cantona caught though in possession, thinking about giving the ball back to Cruyff. Barnes obstructed. The referee says play on. The advantage Liverpool's. McManaman in possession. Berger in the middle and just past the far post. It's the first decent shot that McManaman has had, and it didn't miss by much. Much better strike, and McManaman a little unlucky. McAteer. 2 up for Manchester United. More pressure from Liverpool. So far across the face. Thomas! Well, there'll be a few inquiries about how he was allowed that header. And disappointment from him that he didn't make it count. Good run he made. He got goal side of his men. Couldn't keep the header down. Not good defending, and unfortunately for Thomas, not a good header. Gets in behind, Solskjaer. Good tackle by Scales. Really good challenge. The Norwegian's been out of the game for a long time. Suddenly a long ball and danger threatens. Really well-timed challenge by John Scales. McManaman. Free break on the right side. Collymore the furthest forward. McAteer now outside him. McManaman square. Berger for the diagonal ball. Barnes and Bjørnebye also coming up. And here's Bjørnebye. Berger in front of him. And a good block. The threat from Liverpool is clearly growing. It's a good save. Irwin was there the quickest to get the ball out of the way. Way by Jonsson. It'll come back from Berger. Oh, that's a brilliant save! And it came off the head of Neville. Would have been one of the most spectacular own goals of the season to date. Really good stop. Had to make three good ones in quick succession, Peter Schmeichel. And that's indicative of how the balance of the game has changed. Toulon. Concern showing on the face of the manager, certainly mirrored in the crowd. That's a lovely ball by Owen to Cruyff. Cantona in the middle, can't get to it. Presented with the ball by Bab, and this is Solskjaer. Beckham over to the right. Oh dear. That's not what we've come to expect from the Norwegian. Collymore. McAteer. Michael's done a good job stopping these runs, but not this time. Here's Collymore! Good save! Took a defender and a goalkeeper together, but the initial block, I think, was by Schmeichel. And the injured player is, I think, David May. That was an all fall down. Schmeichel spread himself, and so did May. Thomas. Appeal for handball in the crowd. Barnes. Redknapp. McAteer wants it right side. McManaman. Berger wanted it played early, he gets it. The flag stays down, and the chance goes away. Check expression, same as footballer of any nationality. Disappointment that that chance wasn't made to count. Really good run, diagonally across. He asked for it, got it. Flicked with the outside of his left boot. Corner conceded. And looking back on the chance for Berger, how quickly Peter Schmeichel yet again was off his line. He's played really well in the second half. The United goalkeeper, and he's had to. McManaman. Redknapp. McManaman, good tackle by Barnes. Excellent tackle. Giggs. Only McAteer between him and goal. He's chased by two others. And Thomas's tackle was not a good one at all. Giggs called for by the referee. Thomas called for, I think, by the referee as well. It was a jump in. And Giggs was down between two players. And the yellow card is shown. A bit of stoppage time to be allowed there. Beckham, Giggs and Cantona. Referee happy that that's 10 yards. United are not quite so happy. Giggs on the ball. Cantona, good strike, but wide. Hurled away from the moment of being struck. Berger. Barnes. And again Barnes. Redknapp withstood the challenge well. Thomas. Beautifully cut out by David May. Anxious whistling from the crowd. Redknapp's ball in. May's head out. Matteo. Covered by Beckham. Didn't quite do what he intended to do at the start. It took a long time before clearing that. And Bjerneby took his eye off the ball. Cruyff, foul. No, says the referee. Manchester United have the 3 points. Their manager has the smile on his face. In the end, the one goal decided, but they needed 3 fine saves from this man to make sure that they took all 3 points. Liverpool, who were slow to come into this early morning contest, woke up in the second half and tried all they could, but weren't successful. David Beckham's goal has won the contest. Manchester United 1, Liverpool 0.
I thought we played well in the first half. Our game plan was to go up and put pressure on Liverpool and to keep the tempo up, and I thought we did that really well in the first half. Whereas in the second half we sort of got more and more tired, and it was very difficult to keep the tempo up, and Liverpool just kept the tempo down and kept possession, passed the ball around very patiently, and waited for the chances to appear.
We've come to Old Trafford. I think majority of people think we were the much better team. So our gaffer said, don't worry about it. It's just a small glitch, and we'll bounce back for that. But because as I said, we always thought we were the better team. So it's just one of them days.
Now, was it totally Liverpool forcing Manchester United back, or did they sit back trying to contain you?
Well, if they think they sat back and tried to contain us, with all the chances they had, I don't think they did a very good job. So you work it out for yourself.
United deserved it for the classier defending, didn't they? They just soaked it all up, hit them on the break. Very nice.
That would be one point of view. I would say that Liverpool played very well, and United for them were moderate, but I've always said the name of the game is playing badly and winning the points, and that's what Manchester United did today.
You actually thought they played badly?
I thought they played moderately for them. I thought Cantona played one of his worst games ever for Manchester United. I thought the front players were all out of sorts, but they've got 3 or 4 players that produced the goods when it was necessary. I think that you look at Beckham, he'll take all the accolades and the plaudits. I think basically he's the dream ticket. Not only has he got the talent and ability, but he's also got the work rate. Works hard for the side, he'll get up and down for you, scored a good goal. But for me, right down the middle of the pitch, the goalkeeper, David May, the centre-back, and Nicky Butt. Nicky Butt was terrific. He was all over the place. We've got him circled here, and John Barnes is in possession. And what he's doing, he's just saying, right, I'm going to run past the 2 colleagues because I'm going to take it off him. And he does that. He overruns this, Great tenacity here in the tackle, but look at this for recovery play. Absolutely fantastic to get up and win the ball back. This is a great tackle in a defensive position. Time to perfection, ball into feet. This is where Manchester United is strong. Soak up the pressure, hitting the break at pace. Giggs is away. 1 minute in defence, it's an attack to the other end of the pitch. David May outstanding all afternoon. Another good tackle on Collymore. Gets up, he looks up, plays it over the top. The ball isn't perfect, but it's good enough to put Liverpool under pressure. But the best player on the pitch, and how many times have we said this, the keeper, Schmeichel. Most important position on the pitch. Collymore, good first touch. He's out quick, blocks it. Terrific save. And then again, McManaman comes forward. Berger, good run. We circle Neville here. He definitely plays Berger on side. Ball through. Look how quick Schmeichel's off his line, saves his foot. And you can talk about anybody, but the most important position on the pitch for me is the keeper. You can't win anything without a good keeper. I think if they lost him due to injury, they'd have a struggle to replace him.
Despite all the pressure that Liverpool had, though, they missed that sort of cutting edge. They're missing Fowler in short.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they needed somebody to put the ball in the back of the net. There's nobody better than him. I mean, if you go to Old Trafford for any team to create 5, 6, 7 chances not to score, you'll be disappointed. Yeah. If Fowler had been playing, probably would have put the ball in the back of the net. But I agree with what the Liverpool camp was saying. They won't be too disappointed because they played well. I think they're in a better position this season to challenge than they have been for the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Well, it was going to take a special strike to split the teams today, and we got that, didn't we?
It was a great hit. I think that Liverpool, looking at this, might be a little bit disappointed. It's just a launch up in the air here from Gary Neville. 2 players here we've circled, Thomas and Beckham. Matteo should head this clear, but he does all right to recover here. But Beckham's in front of Thomas. It's a great hit. It really is. And if you put him in that position, 20, 25 yards out, he's as good as anybody in the country at striking from there.
Everybody's been singing the praises of Berger and Solskjaer over the last few weeks, but they weren't the best 2 players on the park today, were they?
No, I thought Solskjaer was non-existent up front.
Yeah.
I thought Berger only played in patches. And both can play better.
Yeah, and he needed a right foot at one stage, Berger, didn't he?
Well, I don't know. If he puts that in the back of the net, then it's all right. I mean, he is all left-footed. He just snatched it quickly. If he had a good right foot, he probably would have played it with his right foot, and it would have been 1 each.
Thanks, Alan. It was a compelling match anyway.